Welcome, friends. Are you sitting comfortably? Today I would like to tell you the tale of the Big Grey Man of Ben Macdui. The legend endures as a chilling reminder of the unseen horrors that lie within Scotland's ancient peaks. This tale is set in the Cairngorms, a breathtaking expanse of rugged peaks and ancient forests in Scotland, stand as one of Europe's last true wildernesses. Known for their haunting beauty and steeped in myth, these mountains are a realm of swirling mists, icy lochs, and secrets older than time. But among their majestic landscapes lurks the eerie presence of legends like the Big Grey Man of Ben Macdui, a tale as chilling as the winds that whip across its summits. Enter if you dare, for the Cairngorms are as mysterious as they are magnificent. The Cairngorms loomed in the distance, their jagged peaks shrouded in a thin veil of mist. It was said that Ben Macdui, the highest of these mountains, held secrets no man dared to uncover. On this cold autumn day, a solitary mountaineer ascended its slopes, his boots crunching against the frost-coated rocks. He was drawn by the challenge of the climb and the whispers of a shadowy legend. The locals called it Fear Liath Mòr, the Big Grey Man of Ben Macdui. He had scoffed at their warnings, dismissing the stories as folklore. Yet, as he climbed higher, an unnatural stillness enveloped him, and an unseen presence seemed to watch his every move. By midday, the mountaineer reached a narrow ridge, the air thinner and the wind sharper. Clouds gathered overhead, casting the landscape into a murky twilight. He paused to catch his breath, his eyes scanning the horizon. Then he saw it, movement, just beyond the edge of his vision. A tall, shadowy figure loomed against the mist, impossibly large and indistinct. It moved with a slow, deliberate gait, as if observing him. He blinked, but the figure was gone. An uneasy chuckle escaped his lips. Surely it was a trick of the light. But his pulse quickened, and the hairs on the back of his neck stood on end. The climb grew more treacherous as the day wore on. The once firm trail crumbled beneath his boots, forcing him to tread carefully. The wind howled like a mournful wail, carrying faint, rhythmic footsteps that seemed to echo his own. He stopped, heart pounding, straining to listen. The footsteps ceased. The air thickened with a palpable sense of dread, and he realized he was not alone. The legend spoke of a spectral guardian that haunted these slopes, a being of immense power and malice. But this felt worse. This felt personal, as though the mountain itself resented his presence. Dusk fell as he approached the summit. The shadows deepened, merging into a darkness that seemed to pulsate with life. Suddenly, a guttural growl reverberated through the air, low and menacing. He spun around, his breath visible in the freezing air. There, at the edge of the clearing, stood the Big Grey Man. Towering and indistinct, it was a silhouette against the blackened sky, its form unnaturally elongated. The mountaineer's knees weakened as an overwhelming sense of despair gripped him. It was not fear but an ancient primal terror that rooted him to the spot. The creature began to move, its steps slow but purposeful. The mountaineer turned and ran, stumbling down the uneven path. The oppressive presence pursued him, its footsteps echoing louder and faster. He didn't dare look back. Trees loomed like skeletal sentinels, their branches clawing at his jacket as he fled. The ground seemed to shift beneath him, the mountain itself conspiring against his escape. The legend had spoken of the Grey Man's power to drive intruders mad, and now the mountaineer felt his grip on reality slipping. Was he being hunted, or was he running from his own unraveling mind? His frantic descent, brought him to a plateau shrouded in fog. He paused to catch his breath, only for the silence to be broken by the creature's guttural growl. It emerged from the mist, its form clearer now, hulking, spectral, its eyes gleaming with an unholy light. The mountaineer's scream tore through the stillness as the creature raised an impossibly long arm. He stumbled backward, his foot catching on a loose rock. He fell, tumbling into the abyss below, the grey man's haunting visage the last thing he saw before the darkness swallowed him whole. Days later, a search party found his body at the base of a rocky ravine. The official report attributed his death to a tragic accident, the result of fatigue and disorientation. But the locals whispered of Fear Liath Mòr. They spoke of the eerie marks on the rocks near where he fell, and of the cold, otherworldly presence that lingered in the air. Ben Macdui stood silent, its peaks cloaked in mist. The mountain does not forgive trespassers, and the big grey man ensures its secrets remain buried. Those who venture too far into its domain risk not only their lives, but their very sanity, for the grey man watches, and he waits. There you have it, another chilling tale from the heart of Scottish folklore. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe and ring the bell for future Scottish stories and myths. Bye for now.